and welcome to ECCB Connects. This week we'll hear from Alouisa Faisal, Secretary of the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission. Alouisa, welcome to ECCB Connects.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
The Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission was established in 2001, and we know that you're mainly responsible for regulating the securities market. But tell us a bit more about your role and function.
As you rightly pointed out, the ECSRC was established in 2001 by agreement among the 8 member governments of the ECCU. And it was established as an independent, autonomous, regional regulatory body. Its main function, as you indicated, is to regulate and supervise the Eastern Caribbean Securities Market, which was also established in 2001. Our main responsibilities or functions include to license persons and entities to participate on the ECSM, and also to supervise and monitor their operations. We also have a role to play in terms of market development, that is in ensuring that the market grows and develops. And we also enforce the securities legislation, which is the Securities Act, which has been passed in all 8 member territories, and the securities regulations. One of the most important functions of the ECSRC is the protection of investors. And in order to do that, we ensure that the persons who participate on the market are licensed and that they are qualified to undertake securities business in the market. And we also monitor the conduct of their securities business to ensure that they are providing investors with the necessary information that they need in order to make informed investment decisions, and also that whatever transactions that they engage in with their customers are done in a manner that is fair, efficient, and transparent.
And I guess this is very important given the risks that are involved in investments.
Yes, absolutely. So we also have to ensure that whatever these licensed individuals do, that it is in line or in keeping consistent with the requirements of the Securities Act and regulations. And in doing so, we are ensuring that we are fulfilling the role of ensuring that investors are protected.
So your role is directly linked to the growth and development of the ECCU countries.
Yes, it is. And we see that although we are mainly responsible for regulation, we still try to regulate in a manner that would promote the balanced growth and development of the market.
How do you go about executing your functions?
One of the main things that we do is, as I mentioned before, licensing individuals and entities to participate in the market. One of our key programs, or most successful programs to date, has been the certification of licensees, and at present we have a total of 49 licensed individuals and entities operating on the market. As part of the licensing, one of the licensing process, one of the criteria is to ensure that these individuals are certified to carry out the securities business. And in order to accomplish that, the ECSRC established or has developed a certification, a very successful certification program for individuals. That program involves a training aspect and an examination, which is followed by an examination, and it also involves the training on the ECSC trading platform. We also review prospectuses for entities that are desirous of raising capital on the market or by going to the public to raise capital via shares or through debt securities. The Commission has to review and approve the prospectuses for those types of public issues before they actually go to the market. So we consider these two aspects as part of our key responsibilities, and that we have been undertaking very successfully over the last 15 or so years.
You mentioned the commission. Explain the composition of the commission.
The ECSRC is governed by the commissioners, and the commissioners, or the body that is responsible for governing the ECSRC, comprises 5 individuals who have been appointed by the ECCB Monetary Council. The ECCB Monetary Council is the highest decision-making body of the ECSRC. At present, our commissioners, our chairman is Sir Errol Allen, who is the former Deputy Governor of the ECCB. Our Deputy Chairman is His Excellency Arthur Thomas, a lawyer by profession, and he is from the island of Antigua and Barbuda. The other 3 commissioners are Dr. Vincent Richards from Antigua and Barbuda, Mrs. Lucia Livingston Andal from Grenada, and Ambrose Sylvester from the Commonwealth of Dominica. The commissioners are responsible for ensuring that the work of the commission is carried out in accordance with the Securities Act and regulations, and that the ECSRC Secretariat is generally they are responsible for the operations of the ECSRC Secretariat.
In a previous program, we had Mr. Trevor Blake of the Eastern Caribbean Securities Exchange, and he mentioned that for individuals in our member countries who are interested in trading on the ECSE, they need to go through a broker. What is the relationship between these brokers and the ECSRC?
The ECSRC, as I said earlier, licenses individuals and entities to participate on the ECSM. The ECSRC, in order for a broker or an entity to participate on the market as a broker, they must first be licensed by the ECSRC. And as part of the licensing process, they are required to have on staff or in their employ 2 persons, two persons who are also licensed by the ECSRC, one as a representative and the other as a principal. The relationship between the ECSRC and the ECSE in that regard is that the broker-dealers, in order to become members of the ECSE, they must first be licensed by the ECSRC.
Why is it important to have an entity such as the ECSRC?
The ECSRC is a regulatory body, and we, in performing our function, we ensure that individuals have persons who are desirous of engaging in securities business on the market have the information, all the information that they need to make informed decisions, and also that they have access to qualified persons who can assist them in making those types of decisions if they need to.
So in essence, it's really to ensure that investors are protected. We need the ECSRC to protect investors.
Yes, absolutely. And coming out of that, even more broadly, our main role is to ensure that the Eastern Caribbean Securities Market functions in a manner in a fair, efficient, and transparent manner.
And of course, when we speak about investors, we're not speaking about foreign investors. We're speaking about residents of and citizens of the ECCU who are interested in investing in securities in the region.
Yes, we are. The market is mainly geared towards our citizens in the ECCU, but we are also open to investors from the other other countries in the CARICOM region. Yes.
As we wrap up, what is the key message you want to leave with our viewers?
We would really like the investing public to know, or even members of the public in the ECCU and wider CARICOM to know that the ECSRC exists, that we are here to protect their interests, and that they should feel free to contact the ECSRC Secretariat for assistance with any queries that they may have in relation to licensed individuals and entities in the market, and if there are any questions in relation to the operation of the market. If they have any complaints, we would be willing to assist them as much as we can, because that is essentially what our role is in the market.
Alouisa, thank you very much for speaking with us on ECCB Connects.
Thank you very much for having me. It has been a pleasure.
You're watching ECCB Connects, protecting our currency, developing our region. And now for this week's financial tip.
Do you know that as an investor, it is your right to understand the terms and conditions of an investment before you invest? Make sure you receive all of the necessary information regarding the investment, the person that is selling you the product, and in the case of a company, its officers and directors. Ask, be informed, and know your rights.
To view any episode of ECCB Connects, anytime, any place, at your convenience, check out our YouTube channel, ECCB Connects.
We've come to the end of this week's episode of ECCB Connects. Remember, ECCB Connects is produced by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. Join us again next week for another program.